A very good morning, children. This is the first ever video right after your vacations, and as you can see, the heading reads Simple Equations. Now, prior to your vacation, I have already given an introductory class in the same chapter itself. So, today we are going to use the information that we have learned in that particular class, and also we are going to learn some new things related to the very chapter. So without further delay, let's get started. So what is an equation? Now we have already discussed what simple equations are, right? But there need to be a specific definition for an equation. So what is an equation? As you can see here, equation is a representation of two mathematical expressions that shows that expressions at the left hand side is equal to the expression at the right hand side. Now let's consider two expressions. Let's say one is twice x plus 5, which is at the left hand side, and another one is say 10x. Well, you can term we can also use a constant term, or you can use a term with a variable. So I have used a variable here, and this belongs to the right hand side. Now these two expressions can be transferred or converted into an equation with the help of a sign which is none other than the equal sign. Therefore, as you can see here, it has been marked that there should always be an equal sign in an equation. And with this, it also indicates that the expression at the left hand side, which is twice x plus 5 here, is always and always equal to the expression at the right hand side, which is our 10x. Okay, so this together is an example of an equation. I hope this part is clear to you. Next, we have expressing statements into equations. Now this is something that we have done in the very first video of this particular chapter as well, but I thought of repeating it so that you are able to recall what you have learned. Okay, now first one is twice of a number added to 4 gives 56. So first of all, how we are going to express it? Now, although I have already written the expression, but it's very important for you to understand how this expression has got formed. So as you can see, the statement reads twice of a number. Now, is there any number for us? No, the number is unknown to us, right? Or you can say we can take the value of any number we want, any counting number, any integer, anything. Okay, so since we are not very sure with the value of that particular number the statement has mentioned, so let us consider that number to be a variable. Yeah, and we all know we can take any alphabet of English as a variable. So since x is my favorite, I am going to take x here, or you can say the expression has a. So whatever it is, it's totally your own choice. Okay, so twice of a number. Now if our unknown is x, or let's say a, as you can see here, then we have to take twice of it. So twice can be solved or can be found out by simply multiplying 2 to that number. So this becomes twice x, and then we have to add 4. Yes, so either you can add 4 this way, or what can be done is that we can add 4 here. Since it is an addition, so it has same meaning, and then it reads that twice of that number added to 4 gives 56. So gives should be replaced by an equal sign, and then you can write the number 56. So as you can see, I can express this statement in two variables. Yes, one I have used a as the variable, another I have used x. So similarly, we have another statement. 5 subtracted from 3 times of a number gives 4. Now, when it comes to subtraction, you have to be very specific. Why? Because we are going to use terms called from. Now, what does from means? It means, first of all, we have to take the unknown. So the unknown is going to be the variable for us. So we can take, as you can see, I have taken x here. So let us take s again. Now, first of all, you need to find out 3 times of the number, or say the unknown. So it will be 3 multiplied to our variable, which is going to be thrice s or 3s. Okay. Now, as the statement reads, just give me a minute. Yeah, as the statement reads, 5 needs to get subtracted from 3 times of the number. It's not like we have to subtract 3s from 5, but we have to subtract 5 from 3s. Okay, so our 5 need to be written at the second position. Okay, along with a subtraction sign. So 3s minus 5 gives 4. Thus, our statement becomes 3s minus 5 equal 4. So this is how you are supposed to express the statements into equations. Now, you might get different types of statements, but always remember, your variable will be something whose value will be totally unknown to you, but there will be lot of things related to that particular variable, or say the unknown number. You only need to figure it out. You can break the statement if you want into many parts, and then start expressing them part by part. Okay, you can use any tactic you want. Only thing you need to do is you need to express it correctly. Next, well, the next thing that we are going to discuss is something very important. This is going to tell us how can we calculate the, or say how can we find out the value of our unknown, or say the variable. Now there will be many methods to solve them, but the first and foremost method, okay, which is the most easiest of all, is nothing else but trial and error method. Okay, it is known as trial and error method. Now suppose let me take an equation which is 3s minus 5 equal 4, and you have been told, or say the question reads as that this variable has a value in between 1 to 10. Alright, now before calculating, as I have told you, you can consider s to be any number. One of you might think to be 1, another might think it to be 2, another might be 3, and so on. But trial and error method gives us a chance to replace the value s, or say the variable s, with the number we are considering as its value, unless and until we get the right value, or say the exact value of our variable. And how can we do that? Let's see. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to write down the equation, which is 3s minus 5 equal 4. Now, this equation need to get divided into two parts. One is left hand side, another one right hand side. So we will start with the left hand side first. 3s minus 5. So you can assume the value of s to be 0. So let s be 0. Next thing what you have to do is, well, I need to rub it down. What I want all of you to do is, when you will be watching this video, pause it and start writing down or noting down the way you have to do this method, okay? Because after this I have to rub everything and then I have to restart again. So we have considered the value of s to be 0. Our next step will be, we are going to replace the variable s with the 0, and then the remaining will be done the way it has been expressed. So 3 into 0 will give us 0, which is equal to minus 5. Now if you remember, our right hand side has got a value, say 4. Yes. Now the value that we have got after solving left hand side is minus 5, which is not equal to 4 to the right hand side. Therefore the value of s is not going to be 0. So that means our first trial is complete, okay, and we didn't get the value. So we have to proceed with the another number. So let's consider 1. Now again write down the expression. Alright. So so we have assumed s to be 1. I'm not writing the full statement, but it is necessary for you to write it down. I have space scarcity, therefore I'm not writing it down. So again try with the left hand side. You need to replace s with 1, remember that. So 3 into 1 minus 5. Now if you solve this, you are going to get the answer to be minus 2, which is again not equal to our right hand side. Yes, therefore 1 is not the exact value of our variable s. So in this way you have to keep on repeating and listen until you get both the value of left hand side as well as the right hand side to be equal. And when you have got that value, you can replace or you can conclude your equation or say the solution as the value of our variable, whatever variable is given to you, is that particular number. Now after a few more trials, let us consider the number 3. That means let us consider that our variable has got a value 3. So for the left hand side it will be 3s minus 5. So 3 into 3 minus 5, if you solve it, you are going to get 9. 3 into 3 is 9 minus 5, which is equal to 4. And this is totally equal to our right hand side. Yes, therefore the value of s is nothing else but 3, okay, or you can say the value of the given variable is 3. So this is how we perform the trial and error method. I'm repeating this again. Whenever you will be watching this video, I want all of you to note down this method in your copy so that it becomes easy for you to understand step by step. Alright, so next we are all set to start the first exercise of this very chapter. I'm going to tell you the questions that you have to solve. So basically you have to you will be given an assignment related to what you have studied today, and if you have any doubt, any confusion, please feel free to ask, okay, because they might look easy but simple equations can be confusing. Alright, so that's all for today's class, children. Thank you.